The difference between successful entrepreneurs and those who struggle is a combination of three things, or maybe just one. But I tell you what, it's not. It's not because of talent. It's not because of luck or even having the perfect business idea. See, if the secret to being successful was something so simple that most people would overlook it completely, you'd be amazed if I told you exactly what it is. Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. But here's what I need you to do. I need you to stay tuned. Because, see, today is that day that we are going to break down the one factor that separates a six-figure solopreneur from everybody else sitting and parlaying over on the bench. And it's probably not what you think. Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Solopreneur Chronicles channel. If you're new here, do me a favor. My name is Anthony Porter, first of all. And here's what I need you to do. I need you to subscribe to the channel. All right? See, if you're new here, this channel is for helping those build profitable online businesses, solopreneurs, such as yourself and like me. All right? So we need you to subscribe to the channel. So one thing I'd like to tell you that we do is we talk strategies. Talk mindset, and we also discuss and talk about real systems that actually work. Today we're diving deep into one of the systems that has a lot to do with what's been on my mind. Why some entrepreneurs absolutely crush it, while other entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, with the same opportunities, the same resources, struggle to get out of the starting. Now, before we jump in, I need you to be serious about what we great talking about. Because if you're serious, then we're about to build a business that you can thrive from, walk away from your 9 to 5. But I need you to smash that subscribe button. I need you to hit that ring and that bell notification. See, less than 20% of you watching actually subscribe. And here is the reality. It not only helps the channel grow, but it also helps get more insight for those who are just like you, build that community of like-minded individuals. So it doesn't hurt to join, it doesn't hurt to subscribe. Let's get that community going. Let's talk about one of the main things that holds people back. And that's the consistency myth. Oh yeah, it's a myth. So here's the thing. Everyone talks about consistency, right? Just be consistent. Post every day. Show up no matter what. But here's what they don't tell you. A lot of people don't understand. This is something they don't tell you. There's a massive difference between consistency and strategic consistency. I see entrepreneurs posting 10 times a day on social media, Instagram especially, because that's why I do a lot of my stuff at. I see a lot of entrepreneurs. I get daily emails because I subscribe to a lot of channels. So they sending out daily emails. They creating content nonstop, but most of them are broke. Meanwhile, I know solopreneurs who post 3 times a week and are making multiple six-figure money. Now, the difference is they understand what it is or what it's called. It's the consistency compound effect. That's wisdom, and that's what we're going to unpack today. All right. So, number 2, we need to talk about this. The 3 pillars of a strategic consistency plan. Now, to understand what I'm saying is a strategic consistency plan isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things repeatedly until they become a system that works for you. You have to develop a system that works for you. And see, there are 3 core pillars to making sure that you do what works for you. All right, number 1 is the revenue-focused consistency. Most people are consistent on the wrong activities. They're consistent on posting on Instagram, consistent on checking their emails, consistent on tweaking their website, but they are inconsistent with the activities that actually generate revenue. The game changer for me with this consistent thing was this: outreach and relationship building. Content that, directly drives sales. Following up with, prospects, and then analyzing what's working and double down on that exactly right then and there. So one of the frameworks that I use is the 80-20 consistency rule. 80% of consistent effort should be on activities, directly generating revenue within 90 days. And then the 20% that we need to focus on long-term, brand building. So you need to focus on direct generational revenue, and that's 80% of that. You have to pick and choose what's working and what's right. Now, the number two pillar is systems-driven consistency. This is where solopreneurs fail, and I've come to understand it because I was one of those that failed at this when I first started. They're consistent with their effort, but not with building the systems that make consistency easy over time. See, every solopreneur, such as myself, I know has what I call consistency multipliers. So you gotta think about that. They have consistency multipliers. These are systems like email sequences that nurture leads automatically, content templates that cut creation time in half, standard operating procedures with repetitive tasks, and automated follow-up sequences. The goal isn't to work consistently forever. It's to work consistently until your system can maintain momentum without consistent input. And then number three, adaptive consistency. Now, I hope y'all write this down because these three are important. Here's the counterintuitive part. The most successful solopreneurs are consistent with being inconsistent. Doesn't make sense, but what I mean by that is this. They're consistently willing to pivot, adapt, and change their approach based on the data. So some of y'all need to read the data in order to understand exactly what it is that you need to be focused on. They are not married to the methods, they are married to the results. You have to know what's working and what's not working in order to be successful, right? So if something isn't working after consistent effort, they don't keep doing it. They just be consistent and change it. They are constantly testing. So they measure, they optimize, they tweak, they do whatever they do. But to be consistent, they have to know what the data is, all right? Now, section number three is the compound effect in action. Let me show you how this plays out in real business scenarios. See, I want to share 3 case studies of solopreneurs who strategically or who use this strategic consistency to, build a 6 to 7 figure business. One was case study number 1 was the content creator, a chick that I know named Sarah. She has a YouTube channel about productivity. For 6 months, she posted daily. She got maybe 100 views per video. She was consistent with the quantity and not the quality or the strategy. Then she shifted to the strategic consistency framework, posted 3 high-quality videos per week instead of 6 mediocre ones. All right. And then she was constantly analyzing her top-performing content to create more of the content in the same manner. She built an email list so she could, consistently promote her consulting services because she's a consultant, she's by trade. And she created a system to batch her content creation. Results within 18 months, guess what? She went from 500 subscribers to 50,000 and built a 2K coaching business. Now, case study number 2 is the service provider. Ben ran a tree service business. He was constantly busy, always chopping trees down, always working on client projects, always stressed, always starting out with new clients. He took on a partner, so they became, joined at the hip with this. Their strategic shift came because they was constantly documenting the processes and creating certain aspects of what they was trying to accomplish. They built a very consistent referral and testimonial system. This is how they got business into the tree trimming service. They raised their prices, but they still was competitive enough to improve in their positioning. And then, they created constant passive income through extended services, removals of stumps and things like that. Now, they worked a lot of hours, but everything has gone into a different direction for them because everything is more and more consistent. All right, so, and then last but not least, the case study was case study number 3. It was a digital product creator. Now, the digital product creator's name is Tasha. And Tasha tried launching products 2 years with no success. She was consistent in creating, but inconsistent in marketing and sales. So she didn't know too much about it. She could make the hell out of some digital journals and some, printables, but she just didn't have the skills or the knack for the sales part. So her breakthrough came when she got consistent with pre-selling digital products before creating them, building the audience first, then asking what they want, or following up with prospects consistently, and then testing and then irradiating based on the feedback, reiterating, redoing it, I get tongue-tied. So she went from $0 to $100K in 18 months with just one product. So she became consistent with just having one product. She focused on one. You probably have heard me talk about the 5 ones before. She used one product to solve one problem, one traffic source for 1 year with one main solution. Had to come up with a main solution. So then let's talk about number 4 real quick. Number 4, she implemented a framework. All right, so the implementation of this framework is so simple because once I started using it, I started getting consistent. So as I went from one YouTube channel, I said, let me try another. And I'm about to try it on a 3rd one just so I can see if everything is working properly. So the framework, so how do you actually implement strategic consistency in your business? Here's my step-by-step framework. Step number 1, I do a consistency audit. And that consistency audit is you need to audit where you are currently situated at right now. Track your activities for 1 week and then, categorize them. Revenue generating activities like direct sales, outreach, high value content, system building activities, creating process templates and automations. Then you got to think about the maintenance activity, admin, social media, and email check. And then learning activities like courses, research, and skill development. So once you get these systems down packed, see, most entrepreneurs, most solopreneurs, and creators, course creators, and coaches, they struggle. They spend 60 to 70% of their time on the maintenance and learning, and 20 to 30% on the revenue generation. And the successful ones flip that ratio so they can be better. So you gotta learn how to flip it, all right? So then step number two that I use is called the 90-day consistency plan. Create a 90-day plan with 3 focus areas. Number 1, revenue generating. You keep going back to that. Activities you do daily. Another one is one system you build weekly. So you want to build one system weekly, and then you want to optimize one system monthly. Do it for 1 month, all right? So, for example, daily, reach out to 5 potential clients or potential partners, whatever business you're in. Weekly, you want to create 1 piece of evergreen content, and then monthly, you want to analyze your performance and eliminate the 1 low-value activity. And then last, number 3, I ain't gonna say last, the accountability system. This is crucial. You need to have an external accountability. You really do. See, I used to do what I call consistency triad. A business partner or mentor who checks in weekly, a public comment you post on your social media channel, which is what I like to do. And then I would track the systems and make sure that it makes progress, visible progress. And see, I personally use spreadsheets like Google Sheets. I've been tracking my key metrics daily. It takes 2 minutes, but it keeps me honest. It takes a couple minutes, but to be honest in my business, I have to be able to do that. The pivot protocol. You need systems when you stay consistent and then know when to pivot. So my rule is give any new strategy at least 30 days of consistent effort. If you are not seeing anything positive in your indicators by 30 days, then adjust the approach. If you're still not seeing results after 60, you need to consider a major pivot. Never quit before 90 days unless the data shows something is fundamentally flawed. Now, section number 5, we need to talk about a common consistency killers. Number 1, shiny object syndrome. We don't need to explain it. It tells you what it is in itself, all right? Number 2, perfectionism. Everybody wanting to be perfectionists and never putting anything out, all right? Number 3, lack of progress tracking. And then number 4 is the isolation. These are some killers. These things will hurt you in the long run. So you really need to situate yourself and make sure that you can stay focused and not have these particular killers hurting you. Always track. Stop trying to be so perfect and don't isolate yourself. And don't chase the shiny objects. Look, I know this is one of those topics that's super sexy, all right? Consistency isn't exciting to talk about, but we gotta be consistent in our business. That's the only way you're gonna be successful. Now, your business isn't going to be built in 1 day, 1 week, or even 1 month. It's gonna take time. It's taking time for me to build the Legacy Builders Network. All right, so start small, take some strategic actions, be consistent over time. The compound effect is real, but it only works if you're compounding the right activities. So here's what I need you to do. Pick 1 revenue generating activity. Commit to doing it for the next 30 days. Just 1. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't go out here trying to do everything all at once. Just pick 1. All right. So if you found this video in any way, shape, form helpful, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Don't forget to go check out podcast, the Solopreneur Chronicles podcast. We get busy over there on that. And I just need you to do me a favor, man. I want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So keep building, keep growing, and keep being consistent, man. And I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.